it's for sure one of the oldest martial arts. Archery is what a beautiful, graceful martial art. Archery I've been practicing for about 40 years now. Hi there. I'm Yael Noggin, head coach and founder of the Atlanta Archery Club. Welcome to the channel and welcome to our club. Here we're going to talk all about the science, philosophy, and art of archery. There's many channels with much wonderful content out there, and archery is talked about mostly as the sport of archery. And of course, the Olympic sport of archery. And there's 3D archery, field archery. There's a lot of games we play as archers. However, before archery is a sport, it's a martial art. Maybe the oldest, it's for sure one of the oldest martial arts known to man. Some of the oldest cave drawings depict a man or a person, a being with a bow. And even today, here we are, beings with bows. You know, archery as a martial art is our philosophy here at the Atlanta Archery Club, because ultimately our philosophy and treating archery as a martial art, it's all about empowerment, right? Personal growth, focus, balance, becoming our best, sharpest version of ourselves, which is the same for all martial arts, right? Here at the club, we talk about and we strive to be these peaceful warriors. And we train here on the range, really for our life out in the world. And, you know, sometimes it's interesting to put the peaceful and warrior together. However, they're inseparable. All martial artists, true martial artists, are extremely peaceful, loving people. You'll never meet a true martial artist, a black belt, a master, someone who embodies and really strives and understands what a martial art is, right? An art of war, this practice. Really, though, the war is with our own battles, right? It's not really outwardly faced. We want to conquer the demons within, the battles within, right? So we can be the most empowered beings, right? You're going to be hard pressed to find any kind of true martial artist looking to pick a fight. Martial artists are very kind. We don't need to prove anything to anybody. And so we talk about this philosophy of being these peaceful warriors. And archery is what a beautiful, graceful martial art, right? The practice of grounding, centering, focusing, releasing our power. Super cool. So that's what we practice here at the club, through our technique, through our philosophy. We train as peaceful warriors, right? So our training is here on the range, and also we talk about being using our training out in the world, right? Only the target changes. Here we may shoot at a 10-ring target or 3D targets. However, you know, out in the world, your target is whatever your target is, right? Perhaps you are a salesperson and your goals, your sales goals, that's your target. Okay, maybe you're a student and your target is your next exam, next presentation. The steps are all the same, right? We must ground down and get centered. We must use the tools to raise our energy up, store our energy, focus the energy, and release it. And then over again. The same thing. You go on your sales call, you take your shot, right? You do your presentation, you let it go. And the release, all about trust, trusting in ourselves, trusting in our universe, that we're safe and that we've done the work, and letting things unfold as they're meant to unfold. So I'm super excited to get this channel going. Pretty soon, you'll be introduced to Coach Maria Belen Romero, my assistant coach. If I was Captain Kirk, she is like Spock, okay? And we share these philosophies together, and we train the folks here at the range. So at the range, and the content that we're going to be sharing, a lot of it is geared towards helping new archers get into the sport safely, effectively, with the information that you need to help you grow with the sport. That's really my favorite part of archery, besides releasing that string, is sharing it. It is such an empowering activity and practice, very similar to yoga, which I've also been practicing. Archery, I've been practicing for about 40 years now, since I was about 9 years old, 8.5, 9 years old. I saw the first recurve bow, traditional wooden recurve bow, and I fell in love. And yoga, I've been practicing as well, about 30 years now. I also have a background. I moved here to Georgia. That's where our range is, by the way. In Dunwoody, Georgia, we have 28 lanes. We have 65 meters here. And we also have an indoor facility. We're on the property of this beautiful church, and we are able to use their gym in the wintertime. So we have indoor, outdoor here in Dunwoody, Georgia. So we have many different disciplines of archery here at the range, compound shooters, Olympic shooters. We have Olympic barebow shooters, traditional shooters. We have some Asiatic archers that practice here. So all kinds of discipline, all under, the martial art of archery, depending on, what you're excited about, what turns you on, what bow gets your juices flowing. And so a lot of this content, this series, the first series we're going to be working on is a form series. After this introduction video, we're going to go through rules of the range, actually, because I want you to have an understanding of how to operate safely on this range or any range that you show up to. And then I'm going to share with you a warm-up flow, our warm-up flow of stretching, breathing, and centering. All the pros, everyone, who wants to grow old with a sport, you want to be warming up, right? It gets us ready to activate and to use the muscles that we're using in our activity, no matter what sport you do. The warm-up is key. And then we're going to go through the fundamental steps of the shot cycle, and we're going to be delving into, so the physical steps of the shot cycle, okay, which is really the external martial art that you see, right? People see the outside martial art. However, maybe even, of course, as important or even more important, our internal martial art, right? The way that we think inside our mind is crucial, right? How we think, what we think about, who we believe we are, how we think about ourselves while we practice out in the world, what we believe is the truth, right? So it's so important how we're thinking. One of my great mentors, Jim Rohn, he always used to say, stand guard at the doorway to your mind, right? So here I am, sharing information and knowledge and different perspectives on archery and technique. And, you want to be a student. You want to listen to what I have to say and what Jay Kaminsky has to say and New Sensei and so many wonderful coaches and teachers out there. And you want to take what everyone says and, figure out what makes sense for you, what resonates with you. which is how you kind of formulate your style, your technique, right? Like Bruce Lee, he was open to all styles, all techniques, all of the wisdom, and you find your way, which is beautiful. Archery, it's so beautiful. I'm excited to get started and to share this content with you. So on this journey, please keep an open mind and let's get ready to rock and roll and jump into the gateway to your practice of archery. All right, I look forward to seeing you in this next video, and we're going to cover rules of the range and then move on to our warm-up flow, and then we're going to start getting right into form and our technique. So we're going to be covering not just the external martial art, but also the philosophy, right? Ways of thinking about the different steps in the shot cycle and tools to help us create the most stable shot process and experience and practice of archery, right? We want to embrace archery as the journey, right? It's this beautiful practice of getting centered, grounded, and focused. All right, look forward to seeing you at the next video and maybe even here at the range in Dunwoody, Georgia. All right, see you soon.